Have you ever wondered how fast your website actually loads? Not how fast you think it loads, how fast Google thinks it loads, because that's the number that matters, unfortunately. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to find out, and hopefully, we'll work out some things to do about things that aren't working. Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 688. It is Walkthrough Wednesday. And today we're going to run a Google PageSpeed test on a real website right here and very soon. Not exactly right now because I'm talking to you. I'm going to show you where you go, what to click, and how to read what comes back. And most importantly, what actually matters in those results and what you can hopefully safely ignore. So I'm going to share my screen in just a moment and we will get into it. Okie guys, this is our PageSpeed Insights page. To get there, you simply need to type into your address bar pagespeed.web.dev, and that's going to take you right to the Insights page. It's really quite a bland page. You can read the documentation and such if you want, but what you do need to do if you want to run the test is here in the URL window, type in the URL that you want to test. Now I've got to remember which site I decided I was going to do that on. This is just a one-page website I've got up, but it's good. So, yep, and click the Analyze button. That's going to run the analysis. Now it's going to take a little bit to run the analysis. It does a mobile first approach. So it looks at the mobile performance. We can always look at the desktop performance, but Google is rewarding better mobile performance because everyone's on a mobile device these days and they want people to use their services using a mobile device. So that didn't take too long to run. You'll find that accessibility, best practices and SEO is actually pretty good. So 94%, 96%, 92%. We can go and have a look at those, but you'll see my performance is 69%. So we do need to go and have a look at that. I'd like that a little higher. This is just a one-page website I've put up to say that this thing that we were doing is now closed. So it's not really important to me that it's not getting a great score, but it is a good example to us of it's not a great score. It's not a bad score, but it's not a great score. How do we improve it? So we need to just quickly zoom through the metrics here. Now, I'm not going to pretend to understand all of this stuff, and I might need to look up some things as we go through, but first, contentful paint. Let's expand. Okay, under the metrics, we're going to expand that view, and you'll see we've got red metrics here. These are the red metrics. These are the things that you want to look at, all of these red metrics. And just collapse that up. Red metrics there. And you'll see we've got some insights here that have got reds that we need to look at and orange that is things we can look at. Anything else that isn't red or orange, we probably don't want to have a good look at. But under metrics, let's expand the view. And this is first contentful paint. Marks the time at which the first text or image is painted. And you can learn more about it by clicking on the link. I'm going to open it. And to me, it is a wall of text. It tells you a whole heap of information here. So you can go and read about this stuff yourself. So FCP measures how long it takes for the browser to render the first piece of DOM content. It's full of jargon, isn't it? After a user navigates to your site, images, non-white canvas elements, and SVGs on your page are considered DOM content. So it's when they're talking about DOM, it's the first view of your site that they get, or the first things that appear on your site. Your FCP score is a comparison of your FCP time and times for your website. Oh, yes, good. Lots of information there. How to improve it. One issue that's particularly important, these are where you want to be for FCP, is font load time. Check out the ensured text remains visible during font load. So when your font loads, when your images load. So a lot of that, in my understanding, is fixed by fixing some of the other issues down here. We have our speed index, and that's not great. Speed index shows how quickly contents of a page are visibly populated, and the largest block of content on the page. How long does that take to paint, to show up? Okay, so there's not much we can do in terms of addressing those directly, but we come down now to these insights. And if we have a look at the cache lifetimes here, so this is all of the scripts that get loaded, and I haven't done any optimization on this site, so there we go. This is how quickly scripts get loaded. And you can see here, we have got a whole heap of scripts and CSS that just load on this site. So I can save a lot of time here. First of all, these expire on 4 hours. I can cache these for much, much longer. And that will improve that no end. That's the first thing I can do. The other thing I can do with the amount of scripts I have on here, I would probably, first of all, go through what plugins are loaded on this site. This is a WordPress site, and I'm just using a one-page loader on it. I'd probably go through what plugins are loaded on this site and get rid of a whole heap of them, to get rid of a whole heap of these scripts. And then I would look at putting them through Cloudflare and using the caching and the optimization capabilities on Cloudflare. You'll see here that we've got a Facebook. So these are all things that, these ones here are all local to my site, so I can change those. These ones here I can't change. So it's going to be 20 minutes. That's always going to come up as a warning to us, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's a third-party site. Now, this is a big one. Render blocking requests. We can save 3.8 seconds. 3,860 milliseconds is 3.86 seconds. It's a long time. Now, what is giving us the issue? So I'm downloading sites from FontSpunny here. So we can fix that up by caching that, maybe bringing it locally. Remembering what I said about all of that JavaScript at the top, that is causing us no end of problems with how slow our site is because of all the scripts that have to load. We can optimize them, we can compact them, we can put them all together, and that will fix that. And Google Fonts, maybe I need to download them and load them locally. They are certainly taking a little bit of time to load. But again, I don't know if you remember in an episode I did recently, or one of the reposts I did recently, I was talking about, you get these warnings and, oh, your site is slow. And you're like, but I'm taking this from your site like you tell me to do, and you're adding 1.5 seconds or 750 milliseconds, 1.5 milliseconds, 1.5 seconds load time by loading these fonts in. So maybe I need to download them locally and serve them locally. Legacy JavaScript, this is another one. Again, I would go through here, find the plugin that is pulling this in, and either disable it or update it, but it's using legacy code and is making things slower, so we can save time there. LCP, let's have a look at the LCP. This tells me that fetch priority equals high should be applied, and that would have to be done via the actual rendering. I am not sure how I would do that on this one, but I'd certainly go and look at how I could improve that. That might be one of the ones that I go, that's too hard to fix, that's just going to have to stay as it is. And then network dependency tree. Again, this comes down to look how many JavaScripts and style sheets we load. We can absolutely make some massive savings here by rationalizing the plugins I'm using, making sure that I'm using Cloudflare, making sure that I'm caching requests, making sure that I'm putting them all together so that they're not loading one after another. Now, it's always a bit of a tricky one, this one, because we've got to make sure that if we've got something that a JavaScript might have a base script that it needs, and then it's like an add-on. It says, I need this. Oh, that's not on, so I'm not going to run. So we need to make sure we get them loading in the right way. Really, really important. And finally here, font display. And again, it's pulling in from Google and it's giving us a save. It's telling us that we can make a saving here. We might use and it's telling us here to change out how we load our fonts. So there's some things there that I know I could go and hit straight away and improve. Now, I'm not expecting you guys to know how to do this, but these are the things you can be looking at to talk to your developers about and say, what in this can these look like these are the important areas. What in here can we hit to give us a better result? Finally, just under the diagnostics at the bottom here, reduce unused CSS. So we've got a whole heap of CSS that looks like it's being unused. We might need to redo the CSS, or we might just need to compact it and make sure that we've minimized it and make sure that we've got it loading through a caching engine. And JavaScript, yeah, and I'm not surprised it's picked up that JavaScript. There's a lot of JavaScript being run on the site. Like I said, we closed this site down a while ago and I just put up a page to say we're no longer using it. So there's some things that you can look at. There's some things that you can do to, if I just go through, there's still some things that we can improve on accessibility and best practices, but they're pretty good. I'm not going to sweat too much on those just at the moment. I'm just going to leave those because this is where we're going to get our biggest bang for our buck. By looking at the performance. Okay, so that's on mobile. Let's have a look and see what it looks like on desktop. Desktop gives us a way better response. And you'll see that, we've got 95% performance, 92% accessibility, 96 best practice. On desktop, I'm not worried. On desktop, this is running perfectly. The speed index could be a little better. The large contentful paint could be a bit better, but when you're getting scores like this, there's not much you'd want to change. But again, fixing up those JavaScripts, fixing up all those extra CSS files, that is going to have an impact on that 92 as well, because it will reduce those as well. Or improve that as well. But you can see the difference. It can run perfectly on desktop, but once you get to mobile, it's not so great. And it's not so great on mobile because we're downloading. I just come all the way back down here again, all of these scripts onto our poor little mobile device over the mobile network. Alrighty, so I'm not going to show you how we go in and fix all of that stuff today. I really just wanted to show you what the reports look like, where you can find them, and how to interpret them, and look for the things that you might be able to get quick wins with, because that's the important thing. So let me come back and have a quick chat to you. Alrighty, so like I said, that was more, this is where you find it, this is how you read it, this is what to look for in terms of where can I get my quick wins, what's the best use of my time, energy and money to get the best improvement that I can. I wouldn't stress about not having 100%. I wouldn't stress about not having 90% in some cases. Some cases, just the way the site loads, all the extra functions you've got, they're going to slow the site down. That's where you need to start to make some decisions as to, is it worth me putting more money in to try and fix it, or do I just live with this? And then when we go to rebuild, maybe that's when we address it. Now you know where to go and look. Now you know how to run the test for yourselves and how to have a quick read of it. Let me know how you go. Have you actually used these tools? What have you found? Did you get any improvements? How did you improve it? Did you just say to someone like myself, hey, fix it? Because that's what I do for people. Either way, I would love to know what it is you've done, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Leave comments wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. If this episode was useful to you, please give it a like and maybe share it with a friend. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. If you need help with any of this, please reach out to me. You can book a 30-minute free breakthrough session by visiting askcharlyleetham.com and clicking on the button on the top right-hand corner of my site. If you've already booked your session and you still need help, I am available to hire and I would love to help you. Reach out and we can make that happen. That is it for today, guys. I will see you on Friday for Firewall Friday, and in the meantime, stay well. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.